Welcome to this week's art show. Now, this week we're on location at Charlotte Church's studio, where the former voice of an angel is making a comeback with her new EP 2. We talked to Charlotte, and she took the time and the trouble to play a track for us. Okay, Charlotte, thanks very much, firstly, for inviting us into your rehearsal space.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, converted garage, I believe, is it?
Yeah, it used to be the garage.
Excellent.
We fiddled with it.
New EP, out very shortly. 2.
Yes.
Easy to remember.
It is. 1, 2.
I know. I wonder what's coming next.
Yeah.
Let's hold our breath. Now, Glitter Pump is the title track from it. And everybody so far has said, wow, what an incredible song. You know, it's this epic, sweeping, dramatic pop song. It's certainly grabbed the attention. I mean, tell us what you're aiming for with EP 2.
I think that throughout the whole process, throughout EP1 and EP2, we've just been sort of growing and evolving, and our sound has sort of changed, and everything's really free because we're doing EPs. And then we've been able to be a little more creative, I suppose, rather than just kind of sticking to one album, and then therefore you have to sort of make it this whole cohesive thing, whereas with EPs they can be a little bit more segmented. I still want it all to make sense at the end, you know. So when I've released all 5 EPs, I still want there to be a particular sound and for it to sound like me. But it's meant that everything is evolved, not just sort of the creative process and the production, which we do all here as well in the studio, but the writing as well. So we've kind of started hot-housing writing sessions with different writers who are involved and stuff, and it's been exciting. This is my favourite place to be.
You caught my eye, so I brushed my just a speck of silver light, trapped on the peak of my fingertip, just a speck of silver light, just a more to know you by.
I really do think, and this isn't trying to be greedy of an audience necessarily, but I really do think that this sort of music can attract absolutely anybody, as long as you have like a real love of music and don't mind being open to something which is a little different or which is a bit more complicated, or, you know, the lyrics are a little less obvious than, you know, a general mainstream pop song, then I think anybody can enjoy it. Right now, I definitely have a lot of freedom to kind of go anywhere artistically, which is the best gift you could possibly have as a musician, really.
When I talk, your words fall out. They've got silver on the edge, hang shining in the air. I've got glitter in my wounds, so that was glitter gone by you.
My life is pretty music saturated, and it always has been, but I suppose, I don't know, as I've grown, I'm a bit of a different person now than I was, which is the way it should be, I think. I think you should be slightly altered from who you were possibly in your teens or whatnot. So, and it's just become so much more important to me, like the only thing in career-wise which is really worth anything, because it's the only thing that, and this may sound sort of slightly big-headed and slightly insecure at the same time, but it's the only thing that I actually think that I'm really good at, like really good at. Right, see what I mean? Sorry, I don't mean to sound big-headed, but you know, it's where my passion lies, and I've been doing it for a long time, and I love it.
Once was yours alone, now it's mine.
any things you found particularly tough as a touring process, playing smaller venues, and getting in touch with the grassroots again? Was that difficult?
Well, the tour, whilst on stage, was amazing, and whilst interacting with the audience and being in these intimate venues and being able to see the pupils of everybody in the room is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I think one of the best performing experiences you can have, rather than some huge place which is super impersonal. But at the same time, it's difficult touring and slugging up and down the country with lots of smelly boys in the band, and they are quite smelly. So I suppose the travel and everything, like I said, because I haven't worked like that for a long time, I haven't sort of travelled around, and I'm getting old, boys.
And you're heading off to America, which is a big deal, I guess, and something I remember you told me before that you were looking forward to doing.
Yeah.
There's an audience out there, I guess, for you that's ready-made from the past.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your expectations of the States now?
I don't have any expectations. I mean, I've been gone from there a long time, so we're doing South by Southwest and a number of dates in LA and New York and stuff. So I'm just kind of going over there to test the waters, because I don't feel like I can throw myself into it, obviously because of my family and my children. I don't want to throw myself into it and it be this massive hard slog, because America is a really big place, and so that's going to be really quite time consuming and So I just sort of want to test the waters and see if there is a lot of interest out there, and to see whether that would be viable with my life and the lives of my children, obviously.
I've got glitter in
I just want people to enjoy it and people to accept it for what it is. And the whole thing with EP1, and when I did a run of shows last year, was leave your preconceptions at the door. And I think I've been partially successful in sort of trying to change people's opinions, because everybody has an opinion seemingly on me or my music or who I am or whatever. So I just love for people to just listen with open ears and an open heart, and if they don't like it, that's totally fine if it's not your bag. But I suppose just to sort of give me a chance in this realm, because I still feel like I'm sort of pushing up against some friction. But yeah, and that's all I want, is really for people to enjoy my music again.